December 1891. Springfield, Massachusetts. Winter's chill in the air. Dr. James Naismith, a physical education instructor, needed something, anything, to engage his restless students at the YMCA training school. Out of this need, a sport was born. 2 peach baskets, a soccer ball, and 13 simple rules. That's how basketball came to be. Little did Naismith know his creation would evolve into a global phenomenon. Naismith's vision was simple: a less injury-prone sport than football, something to keep athletes in shape during the cold winter months. The game spread like wildfire across college campuses. Its fast-paced, dynamic nature was an instant hit. The game we know today might seem different, but the core principles remain the same: dribbling, passing, shooting, and teamwork. These are the foundations laid by Naismith. The early years were marked by experimentation. Rules were tweaked, equipment improved, and strategies developed. The sport was evolving quickly, finding its footing in gyms and playgrounds across the nation. From those humble beginnings in a Springfield YMCA, basketball was beginning its ascent. As basketball's popularity grew, so did the need for organized competition. The first professional leagues emerged in the early 20th century. Teams like the original Celtics, the New York Renaissance, and the Harlem Globetrotters captivated audiences. These pioneers brought a new level of athleticism and showmanship to the game. The National Basketball League, or NBL, emerged in 1937 as a more structured league. It featured teams primarily from the Midwest. Meanwhile, on the East Coast, the Basketball Association of America, or BAA, was formed in 1946. These 2 leagues would eventually merge to form the NBA we know today. The early years of professional basketball were not without their challenges. Segregation, financial instability, and competition from other leagues threatened the game's growth. Yet, the spirit of competition and the allure of this new sport pushed through. The seeds of greatness were being sown. In 1949, the BAA and NBL merged, giving birth to the National Basketball Association, or NBA. The league had its work cut out. Establishing a strong fan base, finding its identity, and overcoming racial barriers were just some of the hurdles. But the NBA was determined to succeed. The 1950s saw the emergence of early NBA legends. George McCann, the Minneapolis Lakers' dominant center, became the league's first true superstar. Bob Cusley revolutionized the point guard position with his dazzling passes and behind-the-back dribbling. These players were pioneers, paving the way for future generations. The NBA adopted the 24-second shot clock in 1954, a rule change that injected excitement and speed into the game. This move was crucial in shaping the fast-paced, high-scoring style that defines the NBA today. The league was evolving, adapting, and becoming a force to be reckoned with. The 1960s witnessed the rise of 2 iconic figures, Bill Russell and Wilt Chamberlain. Their rivalry captivated fans and transcended the sport. Russell, the defensive mastermind of the Boston Celtics, led his team to an unprecedented 11 championships in 13 seasons. Chamberlain, a physical force of nature, dominated the stat sheet, once scoring an unbelievable 100 points in a single game. The NBA's popularity continued to rise, but it still faced challenges. The league struggled to compete with baseball and football for national attention. The game was often criticized for being slow and predictable. A new generation of stars was needed to take the NBA to the next level. The stage was set for a new era. The NBA was on the cusp of a transformation that would change the game forever. Little did anyone know that a charismatic young player from North Carolina would soon capture the imagination of the world. Section 5. The Jordan Era, Air Jordan, and the NBA's Ascent. The 1980s brought about a seismic shift in the NBA landscape. A young, electrifying guard by the name of Michael Jordan entered the league. With his gravity-defying dunks, unmatched competitiveness, and captivating smile, Jordan became a global icon. He transcended basketball, becoming a cultural phenomenon. Jordan, along with rivals like Larry Bird and Magic Johnson, ushered in a new era of athleticism, showmanship, and global appeal. The NBA's popularity skyrocketed. Bird's Celtics and Johnson's Lakers dominated the decade, creating one of the greatest rivalries in sports history. Jordan's Chicago Bulls took center stage in the 1990s. Led by Jordan and coached by the innovative Phil Jackson, the Bulls won 6 NBA championships. Jordan's dominance was undeniable. He became synonymous with basketball excellence. The NBA had found its global ambassador. Section 6. Beyond the Borders. The NBA goes global. The NBA's reach extended beyond the borders of the United States. The 1992 Dream Team, featuring Jordan, Magic, Bird, and other NBA superstars, dominated the Barcelona Olympics, showcasing the league's dominance to the world. This marked a turning point in the globalization of basketball. International players began to make their mark on the NBA. Hakeem Olajuwon from Nigeria, Drazen Petrovic from Croatia, and later, Dirk Nowitzki from Germany, proved that basketball talent could be found all over the world. The NBA expanded its reach, scheduling regular season games in other countries and investing in youth development programs worldwide. The league's vision was clear: to make basketball a global game. It was a strategy that would pay off handsomely in the years to come. Section 7. New Millennium, New Challenges. The NBA evolves. The NBA entered the 21st century facing new challenges. The retirement of Michael Jordan left a void in the league. The NBA's image was tarnished by off-court incidents and labor disputes. The league needed to adapt to stay relevant. The answer came in the form of a new generation of stars. Kobe Bryant, Tim Duncan, and Shaquille O'Neal carried the torch, showcasing their own unique talents and captivating a new generation of fans. The game continued to evolve, with a greater emphasis on athleticism, speed, and three-point shooting. Despite the challenges, the NBA's popularity continued to grow. The league embraced new technologies, expanding its digital presence and creating new ways for fans to connect with the game. The NBA was evolving, adapting to the changing landscape of sports and entertainment. Section 8. Lights, Camera, Action. The NBA's entertainment boom. The NBA cleverly positioned itself as more than just a sports league. It became a global entertainment brand. The league embraced music, fashion, and pop culture, creating a unique and vibrant atmosphere around its games. The NBA Draft became a must-watch event, a showcase for the next generation of stars. Social media provided players with a platform to connect with fans directly, further blurring the lines between athletes and entertainers. The NBA understood the importance of storytelling. The league produced documentaries, behind-the-scenes series, and collaborated with filmmakers to tell compelling stories about its players and their journeys. The NBA wasn't just a sport, it was a narrative, a drama unfolding on a global stage. Section 9. A global game. International talent takes center stage. The NBA of the 2010s and 2020s was a global tapestry of talent. International players were no longer a novelty. They were the driving force behind some of the league's most dominant teams. Giannis Antetokounmpo from Greece, Luka Doncic from Slovenia, and Nikola Jokic from Serbia became MVPs, revolutionizing the game with their unique skills and perspectives. The NBA's investment in global grassroots programs paid off. Basketball academies sprouted up around the world, nurturing young talent and feeding the league's ever-growing pool of international players. This influx of international talent brought a new level of excitement and unpredictability to the NBA. The league had truly become a global game, a melting pot of cultures, styles, and talent. The future of the NBA seemed limitless. Section 10. The future of the Orange Ball. What lies ahead? As the NBA looks to the future, one thing is certain. The game is in constant evolution. New rules will be introduced, new stars will emerge, and new technologies will change the way the game is played and consumed. But the core principles of basketball, teamwork, athleticism, and sportsmanship will remain constant. The NBA's global expansion shows no signs of slowing down. The league is exploring new markets, growing the game in Africa, India, and China. The dream of a truly global basketball league where talent knows no borders, is within reach. The future of the NBA is bright, as long as there are young boys and girls in every corner of the globe dreaming of sinking that game-winning shot. The spirit of basketball, the legacy of Naismith's invention, will continue to thrive.